Number 2 on my list of beginner tips is organization. As you work through a project in Photoshop, the complexity of your image will only increase. Maintaining organizational discipline from the start will save you hours of stress toward the end.
Organization in Photoshop primarily pertains to the Layers panel. Let's take a look at this Layers panel right here. As you can see, nothing at all is labeled. Well, there's one thing, and it's not necessarily labeled so much as that's the actual text that's on the page. It's best to teach yourself and force yourself to organize early on in your career. Otherwise, you could come back to a project several months later only to look at this mess of unnamed layers and have no idea where to begin. Let's say a client wants you to change, say, these guns right here. The good news is, in this particular image, we could flatten the entire image by hitting Control-Shift-E or Command-Shift-E if you're on the Mac. And that will flatten every single one of these layers and make them one layer. We are going to lose some of the effects that we've applied, but the great part about this is, watch here. We have a uniform background, so I can simply click on the background color and paint out the gun. And then I can put whatever gun I want there. I can put a bouquet of flowers or whatever. However, that becomes extremely impractical once we add in, say, a real background. Let's jump in here and grab Hike 16. Scroll all the way down. Paste. When something like this is sitting here staring you in the face, what do you paint out? Well, maybe we could start over here and paint a little blue sky in there, and maybe we could color match it. But if we were asked to change this boot, where are we going to paint it out? We have a lot of work to do. So, work in layers, and always save your originals in layers in case later on someone else comes and asks you to change a little something. That's the first thing. Always work in layers. Always save an extra copy in layers in addition to the print copy that you send to your client. So how can we organize this? Well, let's take a look at my actual composition, which is over here. And it's not 100% organized, but now I know that if I want to change the guns at all, I come over here to where it says left and right Mateba. All I have to do is click them off, then find there are a couple of other layers, probably here in the dark and black, so I'll check that. Sure enough, all I had to do was look, and within seconds I knew which 3 layers I had to choose. Or in this case, this is actually a folder with 2 layers in it, so which 4 layers that I had to change in order to switch out these guns. So again, force yourself early on to label everything. Another thing this is going to help you with is if you're working on a team, everybody will know where everything is, so you can hand something off to someone and say, hey, listen, I didn't get a chance to finish the guns. I didn't get a chance to finish this great mohawk right here. You know, can you take care of that for me? And then there's no looking around. It takes them 5 minutes to just go in and fix whatever you need fixed. You're really going to appreciate organization the first time you get a project that looks like this, and it just says layers, and you have no idea where to work from. Another way that we can stay organized is by saving in iterations. So let's say you're only this far in the painting, okay? And you're not necessarily sure what color you want the guns to be, you're not sure what color you want the gloves or the boots to be, so you can save this, save as, and then just save as Garrockwell, and then no belt color. Or one of the ways that I like to save is over time. I put in a triple-digit number. So in this case, it would be Garrockwell 001, or as I go up in the numbers, 023. And then once the project is complete and I have all my layers, then I'll delete everything except the most recent iteration. The last way you can stay organized, we've talked about before, and that is to take your reference images, and you can see here I have them actually on the image itself. Take your reference images and put them into different windows, and then, let's say this is a reference image and so is this, we'll put those in the same reference image and set them off to the side. So that later when we need them, we can simply come over here, click on this, no, I didn't want that one, drop down here. I can either pull this in and enlarge it, just click the other tab, and okay, this is what I need. I'm working on a background, so I come over here, grab a purple brush, and I start painting in some purple, whatever, however the flowers are going to go. So there you have it, 3 quick ways you can stay organized throughout the course of your career, and this is going to save you a lot of time. Maybe not initially, because you have that initial setup of whenever you pull in a new layer, you have to rename it. Keep things grouped in order of category, like all these reference images here I have in the same folder. When you come back to it either months or even years later, there'll be no question that these 2 right here are where your holster colors are. Alright, that's all for now. Please remember to comment, rate, and subscribe below, and send any questions you have to requests@mahalo.com. Thanks for watching.